and good evening to everyone who's joining us live. I want to thank you for sharing your Sunday night with us here at our Proppy Podcast. And whether you're a Proppian and you're with us every week or you're brand new here, I want to remind you that we're here every Sunday night with a Proppy Podcast where we get a chance to get to know each other on a more deeper and intimate level. We get a chance to know our Proppians on that family level because we are a family and it's growing. And so it's hard to even keep up with getting to know all of the new and interesting and dynamic people that are joining the family. So that's what we're all about here. So thanks for joining us. My name is Kenyon Martin, and though I'm from sunny California, I'm coming at you live from Manila, Philippines, where I know we are also sharing in some of these COVID restrictions and going through some similar stuff. So I want to make sure everybody is safe tonight. And again, thanks for being with us. As a quick reminder, we are recording live tonight, but in addition to that, we will be posting this on all of our social media outlets. So please subscribe, like, get involved, leave comments, start a conversation because we all are very anxious to share our passion for Proppy and get to know each and every one of you. So whether you're new or whether you're a Proppy and family member, please get involved and help us out by sharing our social media. And because we are going live tonight, I do want to remind all of you to make sure to turn off your microphones and your video cameras, but please do stick around because after we're done with our podcast and interview, each and every person will have a chance to get engaged in the conversation, ask our guests some questions, and we can pretty much leave it open-ended. So if you have questions, do save them till the end. So again, thank you for being here. I hope you are all having a safe, comfortable, and warm Sunday night because I don't know about Malaysia, but we have started our rainy season early. Been stuck in some thunderous rainstorms here tonight. But without any further ado, I want to move into the theme of the night, which is a very, very, very special guest. Leading up to this podcast, I got a chance to speak with her a little bit, and she's so fascinating woman, great experience, so talented. We have a lot in common. So I'm looking forward to getting her to know her more, as I'm sure you will all going to find her equally as interesting. But to really bring this point home, this is a bit of a continuation. And for those of you who got a chance to tune in last podcast on May 16th, the English version, we all got a chance to know one of our core team Proppian members, Shane. And Sean he's the man. I mean, he's so talented with his athletics and his passion and his dreams are so in alignment with Proppy and a lot of us here. And we all got a chance to see what a great human being, what a great man he is. But we all know the saying that behind every great man is an even greater woman, the Rock. And so tonight we are going to dive into the power couple, the dynamic duo of Proppy. And that is, we are going to be talking to the Queen Bee, Mrs. B. Leng. B, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I think first of all, give me 5. You see, we are very the same color.
Yeah, see, we are coordinated. We're connected, absolutely.
Okay.
And so, I got a chance to know a little bit about you, and I want to hear more about you, but I want everyone to get a chance to know you better, so nobody can introduce you better than yourself. So I'm going to leave you the floor now. And just let's hear about your story, your journey. What brought you to this point in your life?
Okay. Thank you, Kenyon. A very good evening to everyone. Today, I'm very glad. I'm happy to share my story. I'm going to share my lifestyle, my career, and I'm going to share a little bit about the wellness and maybe a bit of parenting. And last, I'd like to share my secret of the beauty. So first and foremost, I would like to thank you, the Proppy team, for giving me the opportunity to share my story and to be a podcast, to join the podcast.
Very happy to have you. I'm very honored to be here with you, by the way. Thank you.
Okay. I believe with my efforts and the team support, I should be able to contribute to the team, and I should be able to contribute and perform and give a value-added support to the growth of the Proppy business. So first of thing I would like to share is my career. My career has been in Dell, in an MNC company for 17 years. So I start up with a role as a sales, inside sales. So from the inside sales, we cover end user business, means from the end user, and then we got up to a small business and a medium business, and followed by a corporate and even a global business. So from there, we cover a direct country and also an indirect country. A direct country means we will connect with the customer directly. Those countries are like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. That those countries we allow Dell to go directly. And we do have a country that we need to serve indirectly. So means we need to go through a distributor. So we have some partners. So they are like those countries like VIP, we call Vietnam, Indonesia, and Philippines. The Philippines that currently are staying. And then we have Pakistan, Bangladesh, and we do have all the small country. We call it as the rest of Asia Pacific country, and we do have those emerging country together. So those country, we have to serve the partner. We have to give them onboarding training. So part of my role is also conduct an onboarding program to them, to onboard them and get them to know what is about Dell. So beside that, for direct country, we are doing directly, and then we do have a team here to serve the customer through the call, because we are the call center. So from the call center, we take the calls, all the sales team, all the reps, we take the call every day. And of course, we do have call observations. We will do those power hours. So actually, I'm leading the team, the direct country. So my job, in fact, is doing call observations and coaching and mentoring. And of course, I also carry a quota and to drive the whole team to hit the number.
Wow, it's very impressive. It's a lot of responsibility, and it's just super impressive. And to work for Dell, which is one of the the big tech companies around the world, and to be a supervisor and to be a leader of people, I absolutely agree with what you said, which is you have a lot to contribute to Proppy. I think we all have a lot to learn from you. So, what does it look like, when you're looking at your experience? How do you think that translates into how you can contribute to Proppy?
Okay. In fact, currently I have start involving myself with the sales team, and start involving to write up some sales kits, merchant kits, and also some soft skill and how to handling the objections. So, and how to pitch and so on. It's the same thing that I'm doing. I'm also doing sales training, and also doing some deck for my new reps, for the new people, to my sales team, to train them and to coach them. So, and the first thing is we try the sales team, and also is we are giving enough attention to them. And the most important thing is we want them to drive for the number. So the number that we need to do is not only to hit the number, we want them to do even more. Not only achieve the number, we want them to drive a multiplier to hit more money. Means they can get with the multiplier, the payout will be even higher. So, sorry, what I want to say is, beside to be a leader, a sales leader to train them, so we also guide my sales team to see where is the money. We want them to know you have to take extra efforts to see the money, and we will tell them once you hit the number, then you should go even higher. So we want them to tell them, how to say, we want to tell them is the more you do, the more you will get home. So in fact, our sales team is quite motivated with this concept. So what we do is we will tell them every day, we will show them where are you going to hit. So from there, they will even work harder and to achieve the number, even a multiplier number.
This obviously it's brilliant, and it's such a valuable experience that you're bringing, and it's a really important part because Proppy is really about team. It's really about building the dynamic team, finding dynamic individuals and helping to inspire each other to reach our full potential, to reach our not only our sales targets, but beyond, on a personal and professional level. And I see that you have so much experience with that, and that's very very inspirational. And I know you're going to be such a valuable asset to the sales team here. But you've dove so much into your career and some of your experience, and I want to back it up just a few steps and kind of get a chance to hear a little bit more about who you are as a person that kind of like led you into that career and into this kind of industry. Because I want to get to know you more a little bit on a personal level, and I think we all do.
In fact, myself, I'm very much into wellness, and myself, I like to be, involve myself into a very different segments. So to me, like I would go for Tai Chi, and I will also enjoy myself, to do a lot of different tasks every day. And sometimes I like cooking as well. And then I like to spend time with my hubby and my daughter. And especially I spend a lot of time with my daughter because she needs a lot of attention and she needs a lot of counseling. So I think, in fact, my lifestyle is rather simple, and I would like to share something more maybe about a Proppy and something to do maybe what currently Dell, my experience with Dell, and I can contribute my experience to the Proppy. Maybe I would like to share a little bit about the culture of Dell, and that the culture of Dell, which is rather similar as a Proppy. That's what I can see. So in fact, okay, I can see here, our CEO, our CC is every day. I think we can see we can see a lot of professional, engage with the professional and getting new people from different segments and different industrial and different skill sets. I can see currently Proppy is doing the enlargement of the team. So I can see CC is building up his army troop, and then engaging and inviting a lot of investors as well, and professional in the different segments to join the team. So same thing here is for Dell. We also do the same thing. So part of my job on weekly basis, in fact, I have to do interviews because we want to ongoing to engage and we want to find a good talent to join our company. So to ensure that our business is growing of the business, and then there's no downturn of the business, And secondly, I can see also a lot of job empowerment, job empowerments in Proppy. So I can see CC, he always give us the coaching, guidance, but he will not make a decision, involve directly the decision to the department or to the team. He will be sitting on the top, something like sitting like in a helicopter and viewing everyone and guiding everyone, and to ensure that we are going to the right direction. it's the same thing as Dell we are doing so also. And
So did you find
and the third,
that you got that? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but that's an interesting, point that you make, because, Wilson, I've got a chance to know and work with him personally, and you're absolutely right. I mean, he seems like he's got this vision to be able to, kind of help everybody and guide everybody on that large level. And I was wondering, but he's also accessible. We can communicate with him when we need him. He can coach us personally, and that's very valuable. It's a major part of what helps build this team. Did you get that same level of personal connection with some of your leaders and superiors in Dell? Was that a similar type of environment?
Yes, we do. Actually, we give a lot of, they give a lot of empowerment to us. So we make a decision of ourselves. So of course, final decision, we still need to go through to them. But a lot of time, they give a free hand to you. Then let us be more creative to do the things. So in the way, we can do business even better in the way. And another thing I like to share is also job enrichment. I can see quite a number of job enrichment I can see in the Proppy. So first thing we can see, we are launching the ProppyCast. That is the first module that we are launching. So from ProppyCast, we can see that one of the features we are talking about is neighborhood economy. So I see that is a very powerful modules and a very powerful apps. Especially we can cover people nearby to you. And the most important is sometimes we are in the community, then we don't even know who is the people staying nearby your community, what are they doing. So with this ProppyCast and the one of the feature is I mentioned neighborhood economy. That allows you to reach out to the people that you need, the lifestyle. For example, maybe a plumber, maybe someone who can fix your air cons. Because sometimes when you need some service and then you do not know where to go. Sometimes you need to go maybe 10 kilometers away. But with these apps, we actually it's easy to reach them and they can easily come to our service. And the most important is whoever join us as a merchant and then as a plumber, as a merchant, meaning to say we are giving them some endorsement. We will give them an endorsement. So for example, let's say the plumber, when they provide the service to you and they may do some extra service to you, but it's, only you and me and know. But in order for them and everyone's to know, not just only through word of mouth. Another way is what ProppyApps can help this plumber to do is we will put into the endorsement, and there will be a review and ratings for them. So even in a historical data for them as well.
Now, this is one of the most powerful. I mean, Proppy is extremely exciting on many levels, and I agree with you that this neighborhood culture that Proppy is going to develop, and particularly through Proppy Cares, is one of the most exciting attributes. Because here in the Philippines, it's very difficult to find the right servicemen. It's very difficult to find somebody you can rely on. But having the user verified, user reviews, I mean, this is definitely the trend of the internet, but it's not so prevalent yet, and it's not all in one place. Sometimes you have to go to a whole nother app to find somebody to do this and somewhere over here to do that. So, that's really one of the exciting features about Proppy, and that kind of brings me to the question that I wanted to ask you. Like, you kind of came into Proppy in a very interesting way because, as we learned last 2 weeks ago, Will Fung and your hubby go way back, and they have a connection. And Will, of course, introduced your family to Proppy. And before you got very involved, your husband was already quite involved. He was already becoming a core member. And I'm just curious because I've never spoken, with somebody kind of who was like on the outside, but in the family, like when you guys are just getting involved, before you took that step to start contributing your own skills, what was it that attracted you about Proppy? What was it? Was it this Proppy Cares, or what was it that that you got most excited about, like the company philosophy, or what was the initial attraction for you to want to get more involved?
In fact, the reason why I involved is because I can see my hubby is very involved, and he has been working very hard every day. He used to call me darling, but one day he called me Proppy. So I say, my God. So I start thinking, what is Proppy about? So that's the time I start look into a Proppy business. So to me, when I see, when I start involved and I start understand more about Proppy, and I just get to know, in fact, it's a very powerful tool. And then it's a big data company, and it's a technology company. And I would say is what our CC say is a commercial technology revolution. So it's true, we can see that. There's one of the feature I mentioned we will talk about just now, the neighborhood economy. This neighborhood economy, I would say is a really a commercial technology revolution. So, instead of going through just word of mouth, in fact now, the person that who service you will put them, you will give them endorsements, review and rating that will give them to have a better service or better business in future to the customers. So, but it's as long as they join us as a sales agent, and as long as they join us as a merchant. Yeah. So in fact, Proppy is, to me, I find is a very, very good company, and especially now it's pandemic time. So a lot of people is jobless, and a lot of people is looking for a job. So this is a very good opportunity for those people to be our sales agent. So to be a sales agent is just very easy, and just come to a transformer, and engage them and just sign up, and just you can start selling. Just bring yourself. You no need to bring any customer or networking around. So, and then we will definitely give you some incentive, and when whatever merchants that you have closed. So we will share, we will let the agent know as well where to find the money, where to see the money, and then let them see the clearer of the money. The clearer of money means, where to get the money, and even more and more, meaning to say how to get rich and even a richer. So
it takes good leadership, and that's really what you bring to the table. 17 years with Dell is just, that alone makes I have such respect for your experience and your career. And it makes me feel so good as an investor, knowing that you're going to be there helping in the sales team, build that sales team, motivating that sales team, and of course, helping your hubby, with the merchant acquisition. I think you guys are really the power couple. The experience that you two bring together is very, very powerful.
Yeah, that is the reason also I involved. Part of the reason is because I believe in feng shui. So, in fact, men and women is yin and yang. So the power, the balance of yin and yang allowed, you can do the thing is even more better. So I involved myself, and my hubby also very happy for that. Day to day we have more conversation. Besides we are talking about daughter, and then we are talking more, and Proppy business, how to improve the business of the Proppy. So, and then because
I think that having that shared dream, that shared passion, those similar goals, like you said, it is very powerful in a relationship. And a lot of myself included, I've never been able to find a partner that can support me on that same level in my career and in my ambitions. And so, it's really, I think you two will really be like that power couple for Proppy and a living example as we move forward. And that's why, these podcasts that, first your hubby and now you, I think people are going to come back and look at these for generations in the future to get a chance to know who you are and see the beginning of all of this. So with that, you have all this experience, you've been, helping onboard people, training people, leading people. You even told me that you were leading a team here in the Philippines, right? You had a bunch of people working under you here.
Yes, actually, beside Philippines, I'm also leading on Vietnam's and some the rest of Asia Pacific country, emerging country like Vietnam and so on. Wow. True, yes. Because I hope my experience, because can bring to Proppy, I will ensure and I committed to bring my experience to Proppy, to the Proppy, the growth and the development of the Proppy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also a valuable experience because from as an American living in Asia, I've had to adapt to learning and working and living in a new culture. And I've done business and traveled around, China, some Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam. And I've learned that there are differences, in working with people in different countries and different cultures. And it's a bit of a learning curve. And again, you having that experience leading teams and working with people all throughout Asia Pacific is very pertinent and very valuable to Proppy because, Malaysia is just the start. As we all know, we're kind of ramping up and launching initially, but, we're definitely moving into Asia Pacific and eventually onto global domination. So again, your experience is undeniable. So I'm sure we're all very excited to know that you're on board. And, I wanted to come back to you personally because you are a fascinating person and you had kind of just led on to a few things that you're interested in, like beyond your career. You had mentioned that you're into kind of health and Tai Chi and to beauty and yoga. So tell us a little bit more about your passions. What are you into on the side?
In fact, I like TCM very much. When the TCM means traditional Chinese medicine. Mm-hmm. So because to me, I find this is a treasure of China, and then even a treasure of our ancestor. So this is an ancient time already for this TCM. And then when I was in Shanghai, I was thinking I want to enroll myself to the TCM, but unfortunately I don't have time that time. Mm-hmm. So when I onboard myself to Beijing, I immediately enroll myself to the university, Beijing University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. Wow! So I'm very happy, to bring myself to a new page, a new chapter, to learn not to be a doctor, but to explore, how to do about the acupunctures. I mean, all those the TCM, cupping kits, trainer, those moxibustions. Wow! So in fact, the TCM, I think it's not new to everyone, but I guess to me, I want to learn it long time ago because I find this is a very good wellness to me and even to my family. So a lot of time, when I tell I tell people that I study TCM and then I enjoy studying TCM. The first question, most of the question people will ask me, what is the difference between a TCM? I mean, a TCM treatments, a Chinese medicine treatments versus Western treatments, because that's in the world that is the two treatments. Yeah. So I always explain to them in more layman terms. So maybe I like to share it now. In more layman terms is, for example, Western treatments Okay, give example. Maybe that is a room. You can see in the room is very dirty and very dusty, and then a lot of flies inside the room. So the room, in fact, is representing our body. Okay, and the flies is for virus, I would say, is a virus. So for Western treatments, what they do is they will take a gun and shoot. They will shoot all the flies.
Yeah.
Shoot the flies,
Yeah.
Until it dies. So it means they will take away the flies. And for Chinese treatment, the TCM treatments, the first thing they will do is when they see the room, go into the room, they will open up all the windows and the doors. And then they will let the flies, if they can, fly away. And then they start cleaning up all the rubbish and the dust, to ensure it's clean and tidy. So means Chinese medicine, it could be slower, treatment is slower, but they cure the roots. So we will say is the treatments, in Chinese, 治标不治本. So they cure the symptom, but not the root cause.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So that is, the difference between of the TCM and the traditional Chinese medicines versus the Western treatments. But to me, I think the best is to have the both treatments together. So, you have people to shoot all your virus, take away all your virus at the same time, clean up your body.
I like that. I like that you embrace that that both sides have something to offer. I think your analogy was great, and I can really relate to this because I come from the West. I come from a Western culture, but I've always felt in my heart more drawn and more at home in the East. To Chinese culture. I'm in Southeast Asia because I feel like I'm kind of like a bit of both, and I loved hearing that, how you're bringing that ancient Chinese medicine, but also embracing some of the benefits of Western medicine. So thank you for that.
And on top of that, I want to add one point is for TCM, because the TCM, that is a word of Zhong. In fact, Zhong Yi is a Zhong. So some people, even earlier myself, I also thought Zhong is representing China, 中国. In fact, this Zhong in TCM is talking about moderate. So not over, and it has to be balanced. So it's something about yin and yang. Mm-hmm. Balance of yin. In fact, TCMs, what we want is a balance of yin and yang in the body. So to maintain a healthy body is maintaining yin and yang.
Mm-hmm. And I think that can translate into a lot of things, just like you had said, like you and your hubby are a yin and yang, your relationship, so I think that translates across the board. Very interesting. I love hearing more about you and your experience with this, and I see how your philosophy and the way that you look at the world and your education and some of these things, how you can incorporate that in your personal but also your professional life. I'm sure that you incorporate some of the feng shui and some of the learnings that you've taken in your education and with the people that you were leading in your corporate profession as well. Interesting. So you had also mentioned a few other things that you are interested in addition to the Chinese medicine. What are some of your other passions?
Tai Chi is one of them, because to me, I really emphasize on wellness. So I will do Tai Chi, and also another one we so-called 八段锦. So I think 八段锦 is not so popular. Tai Chi, I think everyone knows, is is a long time. It's an ancient time. Since the ancient time, we have already got this Tai Chi.
Mhm.
So, and Tai Chi, in fact, a lot of time I got my teacher who taught me the Tai Chi. And he always tell me, when you exercise, when you do Tai Chi, make sure you are really play the Chi. Not just only playing like a Tai Chi gymnastic. Because a lot of time in China, we can see a lot of the auntie, uncle, those old folks, they are doing the Tai Chi in the park. But I can see it's just the exercise, but it's like a gymnastic to them. But the real Tai Chi, we are talking about a mild concentration on our core. Means we call it as a dantian. And dantian actually is a point that below our belly buttons. So we need to have a mild concentration to ensure our chi is retained there.
Wow.
So
Fascinating.
so that is the key message, from my teacher. So if not, you are just exercise. You don't exercise your chi. Your chi is not circulate at all in your body.
Mhm. I can have a similar relation to yoga. I've done a little bit of Tai Chi and Qigong, but I've practiced a lot of yoga. And in the West, yoga has become more of just an exercise program. People who just do it for, some fitness and maybe some flexibility, and that's great. But the true essence of yoga is much, much deeper. It has to do with inner peace, inner stillness. Aligning the energy in the body. And so I've always taken that deeper approach to yoga, as well as everything. I think I think one thing that yoga and Tai Chi can teach us is that there's an energy to everything, and being able to be in harmony with that energy and move it and be in the flow with it is very important. So I try to incorporate that as well into my life as well. You've practiced some yoga, you had mentioned earlier.
Yes, I like yoga very much and do a lot of stretching because partly it's because my health. It's not saying good, but of course I need to maintain the good health. So I do the yoga now and then, and especially I find a sun salutation. I think everyone knows about that. That is the warm up exercise for every yoga sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So I practice that. So in fact, I think there is many types of yoga postures, but I think the best we can see all is the sun salutation. And then I heard also there's a moon salutation. Oh my God, I don't know what is that. So, but I think I did study before. It's something, it's the other way around. The posture is to the other way around from sun salutation. There's a so-called sun and the moon.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different forms of yoga out there now, I think, but like you said, sun salutations is one of the basic ones that you can find throughout every yoga practice. That's why it's powerful. It's one of the fundamental basics to it. So yeah, I think you seem like such a well-rounded person. You're a mother, you have a family unit that you work together. You have all of these other things that you're into, your health, the Tai Chi, the yoga. And of course, you're absolutely beautiful. It looks like you haven't aged a day since you were 16. So I'm sure all the girls here would like to hear a little bit about your beauty expertise and how you do it.
Oh, yeah. I like to share that also. No one can stop the clock completely, right? Time passes very fast. So, to me, beside we put the cream, skincare and so on. But I think the most important thing is we need to do croissant on the face. Because we not only we do the croissant on the body, because a lot of time we do croissant on the body. Croissant? Scratch the body. Scratch the body until you see the redness, and then in the way that is detoxing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's normal to everyone. Everyone knows about that. And even, when I was in Beijing and when I was a student of Beijing University, and we allowed to go to the hospital, and the Chinese hospital of my teacher is actually, he's a professor and he's a doctor as well. So we can go into the room and see how he diagnosed the patients, and from there, we can learn, how to treat the patients. So we can see there's a lot of guasa they are doing that, but they don't do a face guasa. Mm-hmm. So to me, since you mentioned about a secret of the beauty, guasa on the face is very important. Okay, since I have this in front of me, I say this is my magic weapon. Mm-hmm. You can see here. Sorry, you can see it.
Not so well, but
okay. So normally, I put it here. So this is how I will do the guasa. Turn around. So we can do like that. Mm-hmm. Just to push it up, because why we want every woman wants a V shape. Just push it up for both sides.
Yeah. Defy gravity a little bit.
And then of course you have to put some oil, and then come here to be a taiyang xue, and then you come down to here and push it down, and we have the lip notes here, and just so do it. It will lighten your scars and your pigmentation and even your freckles. And the most important, sometimes, when it's aging, of course, I'm not aging, I'm 25 years old.
That's right.
So, lighten the wrinkles and even the eye bags, and the dark circles. So this is a very good choice,
Yeah.
If you want to know.
I could definitely use that, but as a guy, I've never really put too much effort into maintaining myself, but I'm definitely finding myself, I'm Irish by heritage, so I have a very light skin, and I love being in the sun. And this has done a lot of damage, a lot of freckles, a lot of early wrinkling. And so, I think I need to start adhering to that.
But you look good.
Well, thank you. I'm 25 as well.
You're 25 and 18.
Oh, yeah. Going backwards in age. I love it. Well, dear, I wanted to take this chance to kind of bring it back to Proppy a little bit, and then we'll
sure.
move.
I would like to also.
Yeah, I think that getting to know you on a personal level, I'm just fascinated by your experience. I can't wait to meet you someday, and you can teach me some Tai Chi, and you have so much to offer. So I think we're all really excited to just get a chance to know you. My question for you is, where do you see yourself contributing the most to Proppy? And I guess, what are your dreams for Proppy? Like, what is your hope for, your collaboration and your journey with Proppy? Where do you see it going? What's your dreams in terms of?
My dreams to Proppy, of course, I've just started to involve myself in the sales. And then I foresee I'm going to venture myself to many other departments. Mm-hmm. So, my experience actually entail not only sales, because I mentioned that we are talking about, just now mentioned, is only sales. In fact, my experience entail 10 years in sales experience, and another 7 years I'm not doing sales. I'm doing other program. So in a Proppy, I can see now, we just start up, we involved with sales kits and merchant kits, and involved with marketing, podcast, and even teaching on the Showtime on 9 p.m. Every Saturday. Mm-hmm. So I hope that, and I dream that I can venture into different other departments, maybe a Marcom, because I'm graduate in a university, major in marketing, not the business, not even the sales.
Yvonne is gonna love you. Go ahead, but that's fantastic. Great.
So, but unfortunately, that time, when I start up my career, Dell has only a role. It's only the sales. But I'm very happy to be a salesperson also. Okay, so how to develop myself? I see I have a lot of experience in my 17 years in MNC. Like mentioned just now, 10 years in sales, another 7 years. Actually, I'm doing a partner program, partner enablement program, and managing the partner program management office. That's the name that the departments that I'm working. So we're doing portal. So a partner portal is same thing here. I know Proppy is doing a portal as well. So and we do also in Dell, our program, we also do a partner rebates program. So it's kind of incentive. It's the same thing that Proppy is doing and giving some incentives out to the agent, the sales agent, whoever to be agent. So I think I would like to highlight. I like to share. It's good to be a Proppy sales agent because it earns a lot. But I don't want to tell you how much you earn because I want you guys to join us and then come and listen to our every Saturday at 7 p.m. Sorry, it's a 9 p.m. KL time, a pitching session.
Good. You heard it, guys. There's unlimited potential here. I think that you can see for yourself that B is just another one of these incredibly dynamic, talented professionals who see and share the vision for Proppy. And to knowing that she's going to be at the helm, helping guide some of the sales ladies with her experience, it's just going to make that opportunity even more exciting. So, I think that's fantastic. So Saturday night, 9 p.m., you'll be there, right? Right, B? You're going to be helping guys.
Yeah, I have a team to be there. They are always there. And we have a session for English and the Chinese one. And the most important is get more people to join us. Join us as a sales agent first. And then we will help you to find the money, see where is the money, and help you to be more prosperous. Prosperous doesn't mean fat, not let's get fat, we are talking about let's get rich. Yeah. And even more richer. Let's get more richer. If you're rich, then it's more richer. So that is a lot of money is waiting for you to earn in a Proppy to be a sales agent. Right. Because we need you to engage and need to hire and more merchants to join our ProppyApps.
That's right. You heard it from her, and she has more experience than anybody I know. So, if you're listening to this for the first time, or if you're listening to this in the future, watching it on YouTube, get in touch with us. Get in touch with B or one of her sales professionals, and don't let this opportunity pass you by, because it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And the more you come to understand it, the more you'll come to know that, why we're all here, why we share the passion, why we share the dream. And so with that, I want to ask you kind of a closing question in the spirit of Vivian. Vivian, she hosts, she's very, very awesome individual. And she was the one who actually hosted your hubby on May 16th. Well, she's recovering from a surgery right now. So I want to send out a lot of special prayers and love and healing energy for her. But she always likes to ask her guests, what are your challenges in life? Like what's your biggest challenge in life, and how have you overcome it?
I know everyone sees a lot of challenges every day. To me, I don't want to take it. I don't want to see it as a challenge. So I will take it easily. So from there, when that is a challenge, for sure I will overcome it. But how to overcome it? First thing is I will make it. Don't make it as a big thing. So from there, you will know how to manage it. And especially, I always put myself in a positive thinking. So whenever you think positively, and a lot of things you are able to solve easily. So I believe in positive energy, and also believe in a law of attraction. The law of attraction, if you deliver the message to the universe is a positive one. You will have a lot of positive energy come back, the positive energy coming back to you.
100%.
So from that's how normally I overcome the challenges I face.
I love it. I love your answer. There's so much power to that. There's so much wisdom to that. And it's like you've taken the thoughts out of my own head. So this is why I'm loving talking to you. I think we're really have so much in common in the way that we view the world. And I think it's very powerful wisdom that you're speaking right now. And so with that, I'm gonna close it with another question of Vivian, and it doesn't have to relate to the profession or Proppy, but just in general for your life, for your aspirations. Like, what is your ultimate dream, for this journey that in your life? It doesn't have to be about Proppy. It can be Proppy, but what is your ultimate dream?
My dreams now, during this pandemic time, I want everyone to be safe and healthy. And everyone can get the jabs, the vaccines ASAP. So, you want to have a healthy world, a peace of world. And also, I would like to, my family as well, and even Proppy team, everyone's is in a good health. And also, I also hope that the Proppy will grow and grow to another level and even higher and higher, because Proppy, we have a lot of good people, talented people, and we have a good leadership team like CC, like Dr. Max and Ivan, Sean, and even the team, because ongoing we are hiring, we are engaging people to join us, and we have a good product. So we mentioned just now a commercial technology revolution. I don't think in this year and this era, I don't think any company will have this kind of technology at this moment. That's not that I know of, I would say. And then you see, we have good people, and then a good technology, good leadership, good products. So I see the future of Proppy is enormous. So I'm happy to join. I'm happy to be part of the member. I'm happy to be a team member, part of the family of Proppy. And then
so happy.
On top of that, I want to emphasize again, there's a lot of money you can find in Proppy. Grab in the Proppy. Join us, you will know more. So same thing, I always say 7, it's at 9 p.m. KL call Saturday. A lot of money will help you to find where is the money.
That's right. I don't think I could even close any better than that. B, she said it all. We're an amazing opportunity at the right time, the right team, the right technology, and getting a chance to see people like B Leng and her hubby are part of this team is all that I would need and anybody would need to know that we're the real deal. And so with that, I want to thank you, B. I think that you're a fascinating person. I love your experience. I love the way that you think and see the world. I think that your talents are going to be so valuable to Proppy and everything that you do. I think the world is lucky to have you here. So on behalf of Planet Earth, thank you for being here. Yeah. And
thank you so much.
You're welcome. No, thank you. So if there's nothing else that you have to say, I guess we'll wrap it up. It's been about an hour. I want to thank everybody for being here. Don't have to leave. If you have any questions for B, stick around. But for now, we're going to close it. And thank you all for being here, guys. We'll be here next Sunday night at 9 p.m. KL time. Thanks a lot, guys.